Hello, everybody. Just going to start getting on here. Hello, hello. Let's do this. I've got a couple of things working here tonight. Let's do this. Wednesday night. Okay, I hope the word is out. And I got some things going on here. Okay, let's see where this is going tonight. Okay, if anybody's coming on. Oh, hey, Emily, how are you? How are you? All right, I was a little late tuning on, but welcome, welcome. I'm just getting ready. The smudge is going, and I've got my ginger lemonade so I can keep going. Okay, hey, Tammy, how are you? How are you? Okay, I hope everything's going to be okay. Let me just see what's going on here with the microphone, reduce, enhance, done. Okay, hello, everybody. I'm just getting warmed up here. I'm just going to do a really mini song. And hello, hey, thank you, everybody, right? I hope you all had a good week. It's actually been a real interesting week. I find I'm certainly going through a lot energetically, and I'm curious if any of you had very hard weeks. Let me know if in the last 7 days, hello everybody. Hi, Rachel and Sarah and Anne-Marie. Thank you, everybody. Let me know how your week has been. What I have learned, I sprained my ankle. Hi, Karen. And, you know, isn't it wonderful if we're truly blessed with, I think it's really wonderful if we can be truly blessed with good friends who can come through for us. And I have definitely had a week of many different challenges where after spraining an ankle here at home, it has been a real doozy of a week, I'll tell you. And I feel so blessed by the friends in the last 7 days, and especially over the weekend, that, you know, did their own rescuing of me and helped me get to where I needed to go and carried my things. Like it's like when we think we're carrying somebody else's weight, and sometimes we wonder how much weight are we all carrying? Boy, my heart really went out this week to quite a few people. So I just want to say I'm very grateful. And I was going to try to offer a song that has to do actually with friendship. So I hope you guys are doing good, whether it's I don't even know the moon phase. I think we're at half moon right now. I'm telling you, it was full throttle. So let me know how you guys are doing. I'm feeling a little better, but I'm feeling a little like, ooh, shaky today. But it's okay. I'm going to remind you guys of a lot of things tonight. So I don't know, as we can always be, we have to be grateful for the friends around us. We have to be grateful for the support that comes to us. And most importantly, for really strong people, I think it's really good to remember that when you need help and somebody really comes, it's very important to really leave yourself wide open to be really accepting and receiving and knowing that you need, you know, just help once in a while and humbling yourself to asking. So I've had a whole week of that. I'm always like the strong girl in the group. And I was just so touched this week by different people who were able to really help me. So anyway, so here's a friendship song. I'm going to start, you guys can start putting some of your questions in. I've got a really short song tonight to just honor friendship. It's, I believe it's in Dakota. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting that mixed up. I believe this song is Lakota. So I just want to share this beautiful sentiment, even if you don't understand the words. I hope you understand the heart coming from it. Okay, so just tune into the song. Be grateful for all friendships coming in, and then I'm gonna start taking all sorts of spirit questions. And it's been a doozy this week. I feel my spirits have really tuned me up. So don't be afraid to ask any hard questions either. Okay. So here's the song. This is meant sometimes to be call and recall, if you know that style of singing. The first line would be sung by the initiator, and then the person listening to it is to answer back. So, don't be afraid to sing out loud since nobody else is hearing you. So try to get some of this song if you can, or try to pick up the beautiful melody that it has, because anytime I hear it, it really is really quite something. So friendship song, and I believe it's Lakota language. Welo we ya welo we ya hey yo, welo we ya welo we ya hey yo, Yahweh lo hey ya hey hi yo, hey 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 hi hey ho, we lo we Yahweh lo we ya hey yo, we lo we Yahweh lo we ya hey yo, Yahweh lo hey ya hey yo, Yahweh lo we ya hey yo, we lo we Yahweh lo we ya hey yo, we lo we Yahweh lo we ya hey yo, Yahweh lo hey ya hey yo, we Yahweh hi ho, we lo we Yahweh lo we ya hey yo, we lo we Yahweh lo we ya hey yo, Yahweh lo hey ya hey yo, Yahweh lo hey ya hey yo. Okay, everyone, let's get going. I'm going to put my glasses on and you can let me see. Okay, let's see. Everyone's going to be asking. Okay. Thank you, by the way, for your well wishes, because, oh my God, it's funny to sprain an ankle. But if you ever do, you know what the interesting thing is about spraining an ankle, especially if you've twisted it, spirits want to show you a new direction. And it will either be by you, of course, tuning into it going, hey, I got to go into a new direction. Or it will maybe the spirit saying, guess what? We're taking you in a new direction. So let's just see. Oh, okay, so who wants to start asking the first questions? I'm just scrolling through to see if there are any questions yet. I'm going to make it through this bad ankle. I've been laying around a lot in the lone. Oh, Charlie, are you going through loneliness? Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see who's tuned in here, and let's see who's going to start speaking first. Okay. I'm going to actually do a little bit. Oh, no, it's not tarot only. You guys ask me your questions, and it will be a mix of me either seeing predictions for you, or if you need any form of mediumship, let me know. You're very welcome to ask about anyone who is around you, okay? So sometimes I just play with cards while I'm waiting for the questions to come in, to just see what kind of spirits are coming through here before. So yeah, just start asking questions, and they'll start popping up here on my screen. So let's just see. Okay, so now who is, Rachel, are you a bit of a night owl yourself, by the way? I know Rachel might be watching for the first time. Let me know if you're a bit of a night owl, because I feel like when I'm tuning into you, there's going to be some messages that will start to kind of fill your head at night, and you might see that you're waking up. I don't know if you're waking up. Yes, does that make sense? So don't be surprised if you're being taken out of your sleep earlier in the morning, and just start to pay attention, because this is what I think is happening. Your spirit wants you up a little earlier. I don't know how early you like to be up, but you're meant to be, just listening to things in your head as soon as you wake up. Some people will get a lot of information in their dreams, of course, right? And we might bring that into conscious state. With yourself, Rachel, I believe that they want you to just start realizing what's in your head early in the morning. And you might see that you have a lot of spirits talking with you in your own head. Sometimes that really is your higher self. So especially at that time of the day. So I would be sort of like tuning in and starting to see if you're getting little impressions that are coming across your third eye. Okay. Okay, well, that's okay. So yes, see if you're going to get new information starting to come up. Third eye in your head, pay attention, because I feel like the psychic self of you is coming to the surface. So, just see if that makes sense, to you, Rachel. And, I'll just keep seeing what starts coming in here. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, great. And have you noticed you're getting more clairvoyant images? Like they'll start to, it's really cool if you start to see images here for anyone that's listening. That's the first clue to see that your third eye is really wanting to work for you. So don't be afraid to put it to that work. Okay. And now, have I actually met you, Rachel? I don't know if I've done a reading for you, but I'm glad you found this. You're welcome to just keep asking some questions. Oh, the deja vu. Okay. Let me tell you what I think deja vu is, because, it says my connection is slow. This is what I think deja vu is. Okay. Let's think of this. Okay. Because deja vu is as if, it's almost like one person is meeting the other in the set of timing, and then you kind of go, whoa, I've been here. But this is what I think it is. I think it is our spirit. You guys have to remember that we have a spirit, right? Even when I'm reading spirits, I can tell between which are the dead and which are the alive. Okay. So, I mean, it's good. Most of the time I know that 9 times out of 10. And of course, if you know the person that's alive and you see them walk through your home in spirit, you kind of go, whoa, there's the live spirit. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. We all have our live spirit, correct? And we also have our soul rooted behind the heart, right? Heart chakra and soul. I'm convinced it anchors right in the the back of your heart chakra. So think of this. We've got the spirit that wanders around anywhere our spirit wants. We've got the soul anchored. And what's the purpose of our own spirit that's alive? It's supposed to be keeping us on our soul's path, correct? So I believe the times that we were having deja vu is exactly when our spirit is joining with our soul in that moment of time to make the soul, the person, even more aware that we truly are in the right place, the right time, and that the spirit is with us. So see if that makes sense, because it's almost like it is an interesting calibration of time, and the same way you feel like you've already lived the moment. So I feel that whenever you've had that, it's even more important to pay attention to what is really going on. What is really going on at that time. So, But does that make sense to you, that we're kind of, our spirit is coming, think about that the next time you have one. But what I really do believe is that's also still just another sense of being a psychic, correct? So you can see if that makes sense as you go along with things. And yes, so I kind of feel there's a lot you're going to learn psychically this year. You're really tuning in again tremendously, and your spirits want you more alert. So you're going to see that that's just take advantage of that communication and really keep, if you don't know everything they're showing you, keep asking questions so you do get more information coming forward. Okay, so now here's the other thing I started to mention a little while ago. I used to have a lot of out of body experiences as a child when I was 16 and 17. And it was a lot of like things I was going through at the time. And I was so young then, like that's going back, oh my God, 35 years. So no, oh God, it's going back 45 years. I used to wake up totally paralyzed from my hips down, and it was repeatedly happening. I didn't know what I was going through. Yet I realized later in life that these were all sorts of out of body experiences. I'd be out on the astral plane without realizing that's where I was. Absolutely soul travel, left the body experience. And what happens though, when you leave the body, it's a pretty serious thing because you're floating around out of body. Yet how do you get back into body is the most important part if you're out on the astral. So I kept being out of body, not knowing that that was what was happening. I'd wake up, I'd be paralyzed from the hip down. I'd be sitting up in bed kind of going, I'm not sure I want to tell my mom. She might like commit me or something. And I just thought I went through this continually. So if you ever experience that, it really, like a paralysis from hip down after sleeping, that can be a sure sign that you've been up on the astral plane, full soul, as I would call it. Your whole soul went up, not just a little part of you. And coming back in is highly important. And I'll tell you something that's interesting about leaving the body and having paralysis from hips down. We've got third chakra here. And when I learned to dance with the Aztecs, like they know the 13 levels of heaven. They use the Aztec dance to do ceremony, open doorways, open portals, bring spirits in and out for healing. And when I learned with them, one of the ways that we dance, we have a piece of material that goes across the belly to protect the third chakra for the express purpose that when you're dancing and doing the spirit work to call in these spirits at the doorways, you actually still don't want to be out of body. So what they will do, that's I'm in here, honey. So what they'll do is we will literally tie up our third chakra, and we will put a same band across our forehead to do the same thing that we only want to see by the spirit, and we don't want to lose our soul in the travel. So think of that as a form of, like, that's what they really do in the ceremonial dance in Mexico. They protect their soul. They literally protect their soul while they do the spirit work, and they protect how they are seeing through their third eye during the spirit work. So if you ever hear of anyone going paralysis like that, where it's after sleep, it literally could just be you're going out of body, and you're going to have to really be more aware of getting back in. Come in through the front of your third chakra. You usually leave through the back when you're going for soul travel. So just be aware of that. Come in through the front, you might be leaving through the back. And that's the way to keep yourself kind of like, okay, if I'm going through this stuff, at least you'll figure out how to do things. Okay, so let's see who else is here. All right, I'm going to just start picking one card for fun for each of you that's online here, and I'll just start rhyming some things off that I'm seeing. Okay, so let me see who I'm thinking of here first, though. And then I'll start looking at more spirit work around all of you as this starts coming in a bit more. Okay, so I hope everything's still moving along here with the stream. Okay, so see. Let's see. Okay, so Karen, I'm going to start with you and just want to see. Oh, sometimes I want to see what animal spirits you guys are working with for the week, or which, well, sometimes they come longer than that. So let's just see on a spirit level what you're going to be working with over this next month or so, Karen, just to see where you're meant to be going. Okay, so dolphin's kind of a theme for you. You're going to have power animal dolphin, which teaches you to breathe, take in the life force energy that is around you. Okay, I hope the sound is going to appear better. So Karen, breathe, take in life force energy. Look at the way that you're using energy now. And what's interesting is you're being almost asked to touch the invisible. So you may indeed still be curious about spirit. You may be still curious about, how do I personally see the future? How do I know or see what's coming? So yeah, and you might start wanting to use your own personal energy in a brand new way. And I feel you've got to be out of the house for the rest of the summer. I don't know if you feel a little cagey being at home too much, but watch for that. You might not like sitting in too much. And dolphin, I find, are, like, if you've ever seen a dolphin in person and be able to watch, they're so playful. They're so much like dogs. So I kind of feel like, watch how beautiful you might be connecting to dolphin. I kind of feel they've got a playfulness that you're trying to share with you. So look at playfulness, look at being outside. Come on, Bezos, come in here, honey. Bezos, come on. You can come over. So, for sure, let me just see here for a second. 1 second, folks. I'm going to reach. Oops. Bezos, what you doing over there, honey? Come over here, honey. Okay, what I'm going to do is, just in case it gets choppy, I forgot to put the other regular audio recorder on, so let me get that going. Bezos, got my cat that wants to step in here too, so there could be a lot of echo in the back. Okay, so Rachel, I hope that is okay. Karen, it's a matter of looking at more playfulness, going outside, looking at whether you want to connect to, nature. I still see you needing to really connect to nature. Okay, so audio. Let's see again. Okay. Bezos. Okay. I hope if it's choppy, it stops. I'm going to light some sage and hope that it just stops. Let's just see. Give me 1 second to just make sure I don't have enough or too much interference with the audio. Okay, there goes Bezos. He's okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's energy coming from all directions tonight, it feels like. Okay, well, all right, let's see if I can make this work. I'm smudging my phone. I'm smudging my phone and asking it to do better. So let's just see if it gives me some good energy here where you don't have to read my lips. That's going to give my phone a little bit of Reiki. So I would like to cooperate, please. Okay. Let's see. I think I need a bit more sage burn in here to just calm the energy down. I know, I'm just trying to see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so does anybody paying attention, I hope you can hear me, does anybody know someone by the name of, is it coming back in? I hope it's coming back in. Does anybody know a person by the name of Martin? Just let me know if you guys know anybody by the name of Martin. for some reason. Okay, so who thinks their dad just came in? I think my dad just joined in. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, wonderful. Okay, everybody, you can start asking me some more questions. Okay, so Karen, you know a man named Martin. Is he alive or on the other side? Because he's coming in and I feel that he's a brown-haired gentleman that wants to say a few things. So, okay, so if the Martin you know is still alive, I feel like he's got a good connection with you. How do you know him? Are you guys just friends? Sometimes when living spirits show up, it's because they still want to make a connection with you. So if there's any way that you can either reach out to the person, call them, see what's going on, I feel like it's a good energy for you. So they could be kind of a little bit of a soul, well, kind of like a good soul is what I'm feeling about this person. So see if you end up just with some good camaraderie between the two of you, that you're able to either go out and keep a friendship going, because I feel like he's a really nice person, and I feel like he could be here for you as well. So if our theme tonight is who are our support system, yeah, see if he comes up in a different way. Maybe you're going to learn more about him soon. Maybe he could be reaching out and trying to be sociable. It's not a bad idea. So see if any of that makes sense over the next little while. And let's see who else is on here that I can tune into. Okay, so Brianne, thank you. Hello, greetings. Let me know if you have any questions. You can type them into the comments, and same thing, Keith. You're welcome. If you have any questions, just type some comments in. I don't know, Keith, if you're responsible for other people, but if you're working now, I kind of feel like how you care for other people, how you take care of other people could come into focus in the next little while. And do people actually want you to take more responsibility of people? Could be a theme coming on. So, and hey, Tammy. Oh, Tammy, I just sprained my ankles. I don't know if I can come up yet. I have to see if I can drive. Okay, Tammy, let me see what's going on with you this week. And where the spirits want your attention. Okay, you know what? I still feel your daughter might be needing you a bit more, especially moving towards August. It feels like there's a lot of things changing in your daughter's life in August. So watch for new beginnings that she's going through. She could be leaning on you as a mother just a tiny bit more. She could also be confiding some things in you that you thought you would know because you're already so close, but all of a sudden she's even telling you more. So you might feel that there's an extra bond going even deeper between your daughter and yourself this August. Absolutely. It's a lot of really good mother to daughter heart talking. I think she's just really beautiful, and she's really going to open up in so many ways. So you could feel that that's a really nice beginning for her. And a new beginning. Well, I feel you guys were always friends, but you could just feel like you got this deeper confidant relationship with your daughter as well. So that's going to feel really beautiful for you. And my goodness, I don't know when your daughter is due, but I feel like the baby's coming pretty darn soon. And I would say don't be surprised if the baby comes early. I have a feeling that there's a delivery of the baby coming earlier than expected, but everything is okay. Everything is okay, so don't worry about anything. Don't worry at all. And, any relationship that you're hoping for, if you want to attract any new relationship, Tammy, I'd say look out, especially this year around October. Before it turns too cool, you're going to see that there could be a really nice relationship finding you around October. Okay, so I'm going to move through a couple more things here. Anne Marie, I just want to see what's coming up for you over the next couple of weeks. Oh gosh, those kids are also going to Kelowna soon, aren't they? So let's see what's coming up with you soon. Um, you know, I think you're going to get more time with your granddaughter. I don't know if you're usually asked to fill in with some of the babysitting, but you could have a really nice surprise that you're being asked to take care of granddaughter more, and it could be before September as well. Now, just watch out for, Anne-Marie, just watch out for how many things you're really bearing on your back. Like, be careful what you're carrying. Be careful the weight that you bear on your back and shoulders. I feel like they want you to take some pressure off either. What do you feel you're carrying on your shoulders? Is it weighing you down or wearing you down? Is it time to let something off of your shoulders? And I feel there's something in the last week that's been kind of making you wonder, where am I going? Like, what's going on here? So, the audio again. Okay, hang in. Sometimes it improves. I have it on this, so I'll post vocal later. So just keep asking the questions. I'll email this to people, okay? I'll do an email to people. So Anne-Marie, just keep up with reevaluating what you're carrying on your shoulders. Okay, sometimes we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. Be careful who is wearing you down or weighing you down. Okay, that's going to be a theme this month where you're going to have to reassess who you're carrying. But, like I said, hopefully you get to have lots more time with your granddaughter. And I believe she is the one you are meant to be carrying now. So on a good note, that could be really feeling very rewarding, and you'll be letting go of people that are way too wearing. Okay, so I feel like that's really going to be really good for you. And yeah, let's see if okay, let's see. I'm hoping the audio is going to be okay, but I'll keep giving some messages and I will get them out. Hey, Moira, I hope the audio is okay. Yes, I can usually connect with past pet energy, so go ahead and ask some questions. And let's just see who else is on here. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Moira, thanks again for your help on the weekend. I'm just going to pick some real quickie. Hello, Sarah. Thanks for tuning in. I hope my voice sounds okay. Ask questions in the video or the comment section, please, if you have specific. Hi, Susan. A couple of times I've missed you, so I hope everything is okay. Let's go through this, Moira. I want to just go through who your animal helpers are over the next little while. Funny enough, I know you have a lot of really beautiful dogs around you. I just want to see who else is helping you. Okay, so Moira, your helper this month is the otter, and what usually otter wants you to consider is you are to laugh at your own antics. So to make sure that laughing is happening is very important. I know you've retired, but it's almost still reminding you to balance between what you consider work and play, and making sure that you're reclaiming a vulnerability, which is really good because it could mean that you're with a lot of good people around you for you to even bear your vulnerability. So, and I feel like, yeah, you're going to actually have a really good summer. I have a feeling there's something of a surprise with money coming. I don't always even take money questions, but Moira, I think you're going to have a good surprise. Okay, so, yeah, Moira, look for a good surprise with money. a little later this year. It could be October, maybe September, October, but you could just, wow, I see something coming in out of the blue that is almost like, no way. So see if you have fun winning something this season. See if you get a big gift on a financial level that you weren't expecting that could go really well. And yeah, that could be really, really good. Okay, let me see what's happening with Sarah. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you have any specific questions. First, I want to kind of bring in some animals that could be here to help us. And I'll answer any specific questions as well, so don't be shy. So, Sarah, I just want to see what's coming up for you for energy with Animal Kingdom. Okay, I don't know if you were ever a horse lover. So what horse will teach is it reminds you, of course, to stand tall. There's always, I just love horses for their regalness, and they're considered to be grandfathers by our native friends. So horse is a very powerful animal. It's reminding you to look at your own medicine. When we think of what our medicine is, you know, my medicine is sharing readings, being able to do my mediumship. So Sarah, what horse wants you to consider is thinking of what your own medicine is. Who are you as a person right now? What is it that you want to share the most with people? And what do you really feel the blessing of your medicine is? Try to define that for yourself, just in case you are sort of going through, you know, Sarah, are you going through a phase where you're questioning who you are? Or, of course, some of us are questioning what we're doing right now. And I think, whoa, I think that's a humdinger season for some of us. But are you questioning who you are and where you should be going with your medicine? That's what I would say to really consider. What is my best medicine? How do I put my best medicine forward? Am I in the right arena where my medicine is being noticed and appreciated? Okay, that's what I would be considering. And hey, Liberty. So, okay, that's okay. I'll get to them. Okay, Sarah, does that make sense? Are you wondering what you have to offer people these days? Are you questioning what your gifts are? So just, I hope you're not doubting yourself. I hope you can recollect who you are, where you're going, and what you want to be offering people. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Okay, so, but think of that. What's my medicine? What's my real medicine? Because some of us have really incredible gifts that we might not have shared because we did this job instead, or we felt this was where our path took us, and we held back a little. So I feel this is your time to assess, but please don't hold back. Please don't hold back. It's almost like step into a new arena, and even if you were to watch a horse at a horse show, you know, they can really own their arena, remember, too. I have a neighbor that goes racing, and I always see her photos, and I'm always aware of that these powerful horses, they know how to enter the stadium or placement, and they know how to own that space and be it. So ask for horse to have that kind of helping for you at this point, okay? That would be really, really good. And let's just see where else animal medicine is taking us. You know, we really have been having a lot of eagles come into, you're very welcome. We've had a lot of eagles coming into Ontario over the last few months. A lot of people are reporting it. I even saw one in my eastern doorway just shortly, you know, maybe a month or so ago. So be aware of that as well. You have to kind of say, hey, if ego represents great spirit, and all of a sudden we are being visited more by ego here in Ontario, it would stand to say that, okay, great spirit wants to shine on us a little more, and how deep do we want to, or how high do we want to go with that, right? So think of everything to do with ego, the fact that it is itself the great spirit. It soars above every species, and it sees us, right, from the collector of information to the knowledge of all. So here in Ontario, let's think of that. We've now got eagle as our power animal. So consider that and use that medicine appropriately. And if you don't know enough about it, don't be afraid to just look up on Google. There's always someone that knows more, and they'll share it, right? So look, and psychic, ego brings a lot of psychic awareness with it as well. So also be aware of that, because what I've been aware of since post-COVID, I've seen very strongly that so many people that wouldn't have considered themselves psychic are coming out with their own gifts now, right? And anyone that was already psychic, you're probably also seeing that, whoa, I'm kind of coming out to a new level, right? And Jacqueline, I don't know if you're using psychic abilities, but I kind of feel you've got a lot of energy around you too, where I kind of feel you're a bit of a seer. So be really aware of what Eagle is showing us these days, now that it's coming into our territory. Be aware of what's going through dream state. And I really feel that a lot more people are actually having way more connection as they feel with their own spirit. So, remember, we've just come into Aquarian age. We're heightening up all our sensitivities. So don't be shy with tuning in more to what your gifts could be bringing you if you took the time to tune in, right? Because we can always communicate with our own spirit. And don't be afraid to try that. Don't be afraid to try it. It works really well at meditation at night. If you feel like, hey, and here's another thing that I do at night. If I know that I'm dreaming a lot lately, and I know I want to remember my dreams, it's really cool. I got into this practice like maybe 2 decades ago, where right before bed, I would just sort of like calm everything down, and I'd be asking my whole spirit collective, I guess, hey, I want to see where I'm meant to be going in my dreams. I want to have the conscious connection to it in the waking state, because a lot of times, we'll dream something and we'll have it for a few minutes when we wake up, and then we might forget it. So consider this. I want to see my future through my dreams. I want my spirits to remind me of what I see in my waking state. I want to be able to use that information consciously to now make decisions in this life. Okay, so do that with your dreams. And remember, when we dream, of course, there can be a lot of outpouring where it's just a bunch of stuff, right? So sometimes if you get dreams of your foot in your mouth, don't worry. It could just mean that, hey, sometimes I put my foot in my mouth. Sometimes it means you just, hurt your foot and you talk too much that day. So don't worry about sometimes the crazy, almost overlapping bizarreness of dreams. Cut through that stuff. Just ask your spirits to show me what you really need to tell me. Show it to me in conscious state if I'm not remembering it in my dreams. And I started to have these things that would happen where I'd be at work at 3 p.m. and all of a sudden I'd be like, oh my God, and I'd be recalling the exact dream that I did have, and they were doing exactly that, showing me what I needed to do, showing me where I needed to move myself. So remember that, use your own spirit to do that for you, right? Talk to yourself at night. You want to remember your dreams, and you want the information in conscious state to plan your life. So definitely remember that. Okay, I want to get to spirit animal for Susan Copaway, if everyone's still here. Just see where Susan is going. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you hear spirits already, Susan. I know you're quite a healer. I don't know if you're still, hi, Gabriella. I've got your recording. Anybody, if I owe you recordings, I'm going to get to them tonight and tomorrow. So look for them in your email boxes. Okay, so Susan, I feel like if you're still healing, you are going through a major phase where you could be seeing newer form of healing energy coming through your hands. You could be feeling it in such a way that you notice clients changing differently, more quickly, and more profoundly. So you could be watching it wondering, I'm only doing the same things. I don't know where this is coming from. But I really feel you've got a lot of powerful gifts to still bring. So porcupine seems to be the animal that is around you. It's kind of reminding you to be trusting of your own healing process. This is the way I'm interpreting it. Are you going through a lot of healing right now, Susan, on your own? You might be feeling that you have to either leave some phases behind or leave some people behind in your life. And it might feel a little sad because I feel like you are shifting a little and people might have already moved away from you. So it might not have been in your control that you have you been losing friends to either them moving away or going through other transitions? So I do feel that you're going through your own transition with realizing some of the same people won't be with you. So that could feel a little sad in one way. Yet what I still feel is that you have this incredible strength to somehow just keep it all even, keep it all moving forward, regardless of what you're feeling inside. And I really believe you are your own great mystery in the way that you can remain calm and solid and grounded, even if you see the world spinning around you. So, Susan, I hope you're not going through too much. Let me know if you need anything. Because I almost get choked up for some reason when I'm tuning into you. And I have a feeling you're going through a bit more than you're used to lately. But again, it could be by the way that you're seeing other people, what's happening to them. So you're very sensitive now to who is around you, who's leading you, and how you're going to feel a connectedness, even if the same people aren't with you anymore. So I hope you didn't lose anyone to you know. I hope you find that strength, but definitely watch your healing abilities. They just seem to be incredible coming up soon. And I don't know if I'm getting tingles when I'm looking at this. Oh my God, and I'm feeling it up my back. Woo! Someone stands with you when you are healing people. So I don't know if your clients kind of like look up thinking there's more than one person in the room. It's like, but boy, there is someone really standing behind you and almost touching your back, almost working through, if you're standing working on a client and someone were to be behind you, you're doing your hands this way, I would imagine, you're massaging. I feel someone's coming up behind you here and putting all their energy into this. So you have definitely got one major spirit helper bringing your healing energy through your body, in addition to what you yourself have going on in your body, going through to these people that you're healing. So I would say you got double entendre here of healing with spirit. For real. So, and I can only imagine how amazing your clients feel by the time they go through that, because I kind of feel like, whoa, I'm feeling it just watching it, and it's not being sent to me. Okay, let's see. Oh, Gabriella, what's going on with that, man? Yikes. Okay, let me answer that in a second, because I remember when I talked to you the last time I was seeing you at your own wedding, at my last live. And, you know, I did see still this tall man with a very exotic look. So let's see. Because I don't think you'll be interested in a man that is going to be seeing other women, of course, right? That's not necessarily a turn on for single women looking for good relationships. So let's just see for a second with that one. You know, when I'm tuning into who I'm seeing still sitting at this, waiting for you when I'm looking at the aisle you're walking down for marriage, you know, call me crazy, but I almost think this man reminds me of a Moroccan. So I don't know if there's a Spanish type of energy here or Moroccan. Like, I feel that that person is exotic that way. So see if some of the description I gave you um, of the person I see you meeting, there might indeed be a little of a similarity between the man that you're just dating now and the one that is still yet to come. Because when I see you with the one that you're really in the aisle with, oh my goodness, like I just don't see he's the type to be dating other women. Like when he sees you, he's falling in love. And then it's a rather divine connection, I must say. So think of the man that you're just currently with that is open to seeing other women. I'd kind of be asking, no, I just feels that feels just bizarre all of a sudden. No, I'd say be careful of that. I'd say no way. I feel someone more exotic from Europe. If he hasn't lived there, his family's from Europe. And he'll have dark hair, little bit more olive skin. And he's rather beautiful. Like, you're really going to see that there's still a really beautiful connection. But I feel like he's staying in Canada. So if you were to meet him, you're going to see that he's staying in Canada somehow. So even if his family's from a different location, he's going to be in Canada. He'll most likely marry you in Canada. He'll most likely live with you here. So see if that ends up making sense. And let's see who. Um, Let's see. Hi, Erin. Okay, Jacqueline. I just want to see Jacqueline, are you going through a lot of spiritual phenomenon yourself lately, where many things psychically are happening to you already? I feel you've got a lot of abilities. Do you use them? That's just one of the questions I'm wondering about right now as I'm looking at you. And now, Erin, when I'm tuning into you, Erin, do you know anyone by the name of Marnie? Marnie, Marnie, or does any watching person know anybody with the name of Marnie? Marnie. Very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, there's a Marnie coming forward, and I feel that they're on the other side, oddly enough. Does that make sense to anybody here? Just shaking up some of my, oh no, I'm really shaking up some of my elderberry juice here. I'm going to just take a little, okay, there's someone by the name of Marnie that wants to come through, so let me see. Erin, did you by any chance ever play with marbles when you were a child? Was that something that was really important for you? I got elderberry honey all over me now. Sweet as punch. Okay, Erin Moon, I have a feeling that, did you collect marbles? Because your spirit is showing me all of these marbles. So I just wanted to know if you were doing this as a child, if you loved them as a child, or let's see what your spirit is saying to me with respect to these marbles. Because what did marbles do? Oh my God, I guess what did we do with marbles? Did we knock them around? Okay, Erin Moon, I think you're going to start to kind of start to see a lot of good visions for where your business is going to go and where you want to take it. You might feel that there's something you wish to teach. And I feel like when people say, let's line up, do we have our ducks in a row? I kind of feel like you might have gone through a phase where, did you feel too scattered? Did you feel like in one way, am I losing? I know this might feel extreme, but it's like, am I losing my marbles? Do I feel too scattered? Do I feel like I'm getting knocked around energetically? Like, because they keep showing me these symbols of, when the marbles went out, oh my God, they sometimes really got hit by each other, right? We saw them scatter all over the floor. So if you've been going through a phase where you do feel any form of being scattered, I feel like your spirit is coming in to kind of like drive your car right now. He's driving the ship. He wants your mothership going the right way. It feels like over the last 2 to 4 years you've had clarity, of course, but there's this underlying worry that you're doubting where you're meant to go. So I feel like your spirit's coming in to remind you the directions you're meant to be taking. And you really could be going in a whole different direction. So don't be surprised if you end up, there's another skill. See if you're going to teach something, Erin. I don't think you're giving up your psychic side of business at all, but you could be going through a phase where you wish to add a teaching that's going to become very important. And it might not be only psychic development where everyone's joining a class. It could be too, but I kind of feel there's something unique coming in that you're going to be like, oh, why didn't I see that before? So watch out for that. I feel like you've got a big, oh, wow, that's what I'm going to do. So you're not giving up your business. You're just going to fine tune how you're going to start helping people in it. Okay. So that is going to, and you're going to feel like the king in one way. So don't be afraid to take kind of like a grandfather role. You've already gone through this. You've been doing your gift for almost a couple of decades. It runs in the family. So don't be afraid to claim who you are in theory here as a king. And for that matter, you're a tarot worker. So maybe look at, all the kings in the tarot suit and try to find, who do you think you are? Which king are you now, right? Which king do you need to activate to kind of propel your life forward? Because I really get this theme of taking, just that, like a role for a king where you're like, okay, I'm going to own my kingdom now. I'm owning my kingdom. That's, I feel, the message that is really coming through. So consider that. Now I'm going to jump around a bit. I know people tuned in a little. I'm going to get to Anne-Marie here for a second just to see spirit animals coming in. I know you got to watch your back and everything, but also for spirit animal, let me just see. And over here, way over here. Oh my God, Anne-Marie, I feel like, Anne-Marie, your mom's coming in again. So isn't this interesting? Sailing. I don't know if anybody ever invites you to go sailing, Anne-Marie. Like you're definitely, okay. So definitely, Rachel. I'll definitely get that into my little stratosphere here. And I'll just handle it as I start coming up here. So, Anne-Marie, I feel like your mother is showing me that you are meant to be. See if people are inviting you for boat rides, ship rides. You could be on the ocean. I see it safe, though. I definitely see it very safe. And I feel you will. Calm seas are one of the words I'm hearing around you. So I feel that your mother wants to bring you calm seas into your life. And she wants the next season to be flowing without it feeling like anything is bumpy. So in the sense that, okay, the animal that's coming up for you is a possum. So look up what a possum means on spirit level, even on the internet, to get more information for yourself and see if it connects some dots spiritually for what you're going through right now. What I'm getting is it's just helping you organize a plan. You're going to be sort of coming down to sort of the bare bones of using common sense to make your decisions, just simple, what seems, straight up common sense. And I kind of feel like if somebody, okay, this is the other image I'm getting. If somebody else is trying to drive your ship, you absolutely must ask them to stop it. I feel like you are meant to lead yourself on your own journey. Do not let people take you away from the journey or the course that you have set for yourself. It's very easy for loved ones to go, well, wait a second, why do it that way? Why don't you do it this way? Be aware that you most absolutely, positively have to set your own direction, even if other family members wish you to go in a different way. Okay, so the choppiness is coming back. Okay, I still have a recording, so we can go back to it if needed, for sure. Okay, so when did Timon leave? Is that Timon? Timon? Okay, so was Timon a male cat? Rachel, is Timon a cat? Just let me know. To make sure I'm tuning into the right pet here. And did it have a lot of hair? Did the pet name Timon have a lot of hair? For some reason, I'm all of a sudden seeing ton. Oh, Timon? Okay, thank you very much. Was it a boy? And did he have lots of hair? And what species is this? Because it's almost like they're showing me a lot of, okay, not a cat. Okay, yeah, did it have a lot of hair? Because I'm seeing a lot of like curls almost around the animals. So what animal am I seeing here? And I feel it was actually a really good looking animal. So did you style this animal? Yes, okay, yeah, because I'm seeing a boy, I'm seeing tons of hair, but, was he, yeah, the curls, okay, that makes sense because it's like boom, boom, boom. But my God, what's funny is he reminds me of a horse as well. So did he try to live big in his body? And did he try to, yeah, I feel he was living really big in his body, I must say. And I feel that he's really close to your heels. So even if he passed away a year ago, do you actually feel him around your ankles or your heels? Because I feel he's walking right behind you still. Okay, now I don't know if he liked to walk ahead of you usually, but okay, yeah, because I feel like he could be as big as a horse, to be honest. And I feel that he keeps showing me your feet. So he's either still sitting at your feet, following right behind your feet, or right in front of you, but I do get him behind you. So I feel he just trails you and just loves to kind of get in on, like still seeing what you are doing is what I see. He wants to keep seeing what you're doing. And he loved feet. Oh my God, because that's what he keeps showing me, the feet. Ahead of them, beside them, behind them, and the feet. So I get that message then. And he's cute as punch because he, oh my God, like I feel like he's even trying to bark with you right now where, oh my God, he loves the fact that we understand this. And I feel like he's coming in here barking like nuts. When they're like, oh my God, I'm glad they get me. I'm glad they get me. So I think he's rather excited that he's popping in here as well. And oh my God, I hope you haven't been alone without him. It's horrible when we lose all the pets we love, hey? And he seemed like he was a big, big presence in your life. So I hope you still feel him. Okay, and he would talk through his barks. Oh my God, yeah, because it's sort of like, oh my God, that must have sounded amazing. Um, I feel like he still feels rather sprite, like even if he died, like his energy on the other side is like really, really young, right? It feels kind of sprite and energetic still to an extreme. So, okay, so I just want to pop in on Jacqueline again, just to see if you're still here. See what kind of animal is spirit animals helping you lately. Boy, I really feel you've got one heck of an intelligence, Jacqueline. I hope you don't ever feel, um, Jacqueline, I hope you really have a lot of good support people in your life. I feel like you feel more than normal. I don't know if you feel like you're picking up other people's emotions like an empath would, but you really do have a lot of sensitivities. So keeping your sensitivities working for you as opposed to overwhelming you could be a theme in your life for a little while. And again, I'd love to know if you're doing psychic work because I keep seeing this. Like, it's almost like I see this high priestess coming out of you. So that's why I keep asking, are you doing anything with psychic abilities now? I feel like you're growing tremendously over the next 2 years where you feel like, whoa, I've become a different person. You'll feel very feminine. You always look beautiful. I love the way you do your makeup. I feel like you've got your femininity like really on the surface. See if you notice you feel like you want to dress even more so feminine. Because some of us love our makeup on and we still go out in jeans, we look awesome. But I feel you're going through a real feminine upgrade here where this high priestess energy is going to be like making you feel like you have this beautiful flow of the universe coming through you. Like I'm almost getting whoa, and like whoa. It's funny. I'm getting so many like spine shivers when I'm talking tonight. So okay, I'll see where else your little team on here is with, and let me just see what else is happening with Jacqueline. Oh, Mary, greetings. Okay, I'm going to be getting, Mary, you are very, very welcome to ask any questions as you're watching. I'll start looking at the stream. Don't be shy. Anything is good. Just want to see for Jacqueline. Okay, so animal medicine for you this month to sort of really look at where you're going on soul level. This is interesting too because High Priestess is coming out of you, so expect some extrasensory abilities coming up, Jacqueline. And this is saying to please respect your sacred space. If you are seeing or knowing any abusive people in your stratosphere, you're supposed to be taking that very, very seriously now. Do not let people abuse you. Do not let people threaten your own sacred space. Make sure you're being reminded of your own boundaries. And sometimes, we're aware of other people not keeping those boundaries. So, Jacqueline, those could be some of your awarenesses coming into being or lessons, depending on which way you're seeing them right now. I feel you're going to have awareness, not lesson. And I feel you've already been preparing to sort of see through this genre a little bit more clearly. Who's respecting your sacred space? Who's respecting your boundaries? Who isn't? Who's threatening them? Clean all of that up between now and October especially. And it is the armadillo that wants to help you. So look up all of the other spiritual medicine online with respect to armadillo. See how that fits into your own life and tell me if it all makes sense for you. Because I feel you've got tremendous awarenesses, tremendous sensitivities, tremendous empathic abilities, psychic things coming to the surface, reclaim who you are as a high priestess. I feel you had this in another life. and you're supposed to be seeing through people, because I feel you've gone through a phase where you might not have been seeing through them, and you were hurt. You were just way too hurt. And please protect yourself. Please, please, please protect yourself. And do not apologize to anyone when and if you need to. Okay? So that would make good sense to me right now. Okay, Mary, I'm working with animal spirits tonight first to remind people that, we're never alone, right? Hopefully we don't feel alone, right? And whether it's spirits on the other side, we of course always want to know if people we know on the other side are here for us. I like to remind people that animals are always here for us. And Creator works in incredible ways to make sure these animals are bringing us messages and medicine all the time. And I know you've gone through a lot lately, so let me see, who is your power animal to give you strength to continue with the path you're setting now that you've had so many changes in your life. So let's see where you're going. Okay, this is so beautiful for you, Mary. Okay, your animal right now is rabbit. And just because you and I are friends, you know me, I might say rabbit is with you. So what rabbit wants you to do is, if you are feeling fear in your system these days, or you're feeling any type of trepidation or fear to move in any direction, rabbit reminds you to banish the fear that you may be feeling, move beyond any fears that might have caused you to go through a stagnation. And sometimes that's with even people putting time on us where it's like, oh, we're not allowed to do anything yet. We're going to be stagnated until the floodgates open. So I feel like your floodgates are supposed to be opening. I feel like you really need very gentle people around you. So this could be a really important phase for you to also be cleaning up people that are either too harsh on your energy system. If they challenge you too much, I feel like this could start to be I feel you got to be really protective of your energy system right now. I feel you're always giving people energy. Of course, you know that. And I feel like one thing that's going to start happening this year is, you've already got you're a wise woman healer, so you know how in tune you are. I know how in tune you already are. This rabbit is still asking you to please listen to your heart. And sometimes, I have to be careful listening to the spirit. Sometimes you get so many messages at once, you're like, which did I hear them all? Remember that for your own self, making your decisions, your heart is going to lead you, Mary. Don't take anybody else's reasoning over your own heart. This is going to be imperative this year. I feel like September, you're going through a really good financial shift. So if for any reason you're worried about finances, September could be really amazing for you. And I kind of feel like you're going to have your own epiphany coming up soon with respect to where you might want to live again, like where you feel, hey, wait a second, whoa, I feel like you're getting incoming messages, receiving information on locations you might not have considered that could be really good for you and where you want to live. So don't be surprised if you go through a reevaluation on the location you wish to live in. And I feel you're going to have a lot of luck. So I don't know if you wanted to stay longer where you're living now, or if you intended it to be temporary. I would suggest, by what I'm seeing, it could be a little more temporary than you thought. And I don't think it's a bad reason. I think there's going to be a really good reason that you just sort of like see something new. So you could be moving again, believe it or not, September, October, and you're going to be really happy. Hey, Jody, I'm doing animals tonight, so I'll help you out with that in a second. But yeah, Mary, watch your own instincts with your heart, and here's what they're telling me. Okay, first of all, I kind of feel like your dad is standing with you. And it's interesting because I know he has more to do with Portugal, but I feel like your dad is aware that you might have had a lot of sadness lately, and he does not want you to be um, like feeling alone. So even though you might think your dad's left in Portugal, oh my goodness, I would not be surprised if you see him in the home that you're living in now. Okay, so wherever you are, I think you're going to wake up one night. You might have fallen asleep in a chair without realizing it, and all of a sudden your dad's standing right in front of you. So watch out for his visitation. It's going to appear to you like a holographic image where you'll just see that, oh my gosh, you'll know that it's him. And I swear to God, Mary, I see him. He's going to try to touch your forehead, and I'm going to cry when I'm thinking of that. So I want to say that, like, I think you're going to see him. I'm getting so choked up tonight just looking at this. Okay, you're going to see him. However, he wants, it's so cute. I swear to God, it's like he's trying to practice. He's trying to, let me put this straight. It's so cute. He's showing me that he's going to try to practice the fact that he wants to appear like a spirit, okay? Like he's brand new over there, right? Like, let's give him some time to get this on. Like, what is it, 3 months or something? Oh my God. So he wants to appear as spirit, but this is what he's distinctly showing me. Sooner or later he will. Until he understands how that really works, what he's going to be doing is he's going to be coming up and he's going to be touching your forehead, Mary, okay? So if you're like laying in a chair or you've fallen asleep with TV and all of a sudden you're waking up because you kind of feel like someone's just pressed your forehead and it wasn't you, I would say look out, because he wants you to know that he felt that you were one of the most tender daughters. Like he knows you're the tender daughter, and you've almost had to fight to stand up for yourself through this family. So he wants you to recognize that you, like, he thinks you're one of the strongest in the family. First of all, he's showing me how strong you are, like standing on your own. So he has a tremendous respect for this. He didn't want you to feel abandoned by family because he feels that that's one of your lessons here. I'm seeing that just flash in front of my eyes like a million pieces of information. So call me later if you want a mini reading, because he feels sensitive to the fact that you were challenged too much in the family. You were the wise woman, but nobody let you speak. Okay? So this is huge on your own healing. And I feel that he feels responsible for your family, Mary. Like you might not get the apologies from your sisters. You're going to get an apology from your dad in spirit, and he's going to be walking around you until he feels you're strong enough to leave. Like he doesn't want to leave you until he feels you're strong enough. So be aware of that, because he wants you to have your strength again. He wants you to be honored as the wise woman in the family. And he's showing me that there really could be a little bit of a reckoning between you and one sister, especially, that's going to be coming up soon. I feel like out of the two sisters, he's showing me you'll know which one, because she can have very harsh words. She can have like harsh, hurting words, and she can be very deliberate to do her own things regardless of what should be happening. So in that respect, just watch out for that. It'll feel like a doozy where she's just trying to run a show, I think. But he wants you to know, if you're feeling him, like he's coming around you in your new location, you're going to know him in that new home. He will be there in that new home for you. And you, like I said, you could be looking at a new place to live by September, October, and he's going to turn over quite a gem. He's going to really turn over quite a gem for you. So see if that makes sense as you go along. And okay, Jody, you're so connected. You really don't need me. But let me see what animal is around you, because as you know, like we've always got spirits, and I always like to remind people how coordinated The animal kingdom is for us. And here we are in the best part of summer where we get to be outdoors. So let's just see what animal is going to be your greater helper right now. Just taking time to make sure the right one's coming forward. You actually might be seeing owl, but the animal coming up for you, Jody, is deer. So be careful if they're going to be your helper. Just watch out for them at night. They love to do that beautiful prance in front of cars, and I feel like you're going to be kind of led on. You know what? Deer's going to lead you on a little bit of a magical journey, because the interesting thing about deer is when I worked with the Aztecs, we had the deer dance, venado is what it's called, and what just showed in front of me is like, oh my God, it reminds me of something right out of Mexico. So number one, I think you are going to go to Mexico. I know you were thinking of it. I have a feeling you're going to follow up and make that a reality. And even when you go to Mexico, I feel you're supposed to tune into the deer for, isn't this interesting? I think you're going to be shown some new star information. Because when the deer just jumped in front of me, as if it's like, oh, one just jumped in front of my car maybe 2 weeks ago. And I was reminded how beautiful they are as dancers. So watch to see, Jody, if you're connected to dance in the near future. You might want to move your body more. You might want to feel like you're prancing beautifully, almost so light on your feet that you're floating. So, look up deer medicine on your own just to get the full package of how it's integrated in your life right now. But yeah, what I'm seeing it float in front of me, I'm seeing all of these stars as if, maybe just look more into astrology for yourself. Maybe you're meant to see more of your transits right now just to know what's coming up. Look at the night sky to make sure that you're really connecting to star energy. And so definitely watch out for that deer medicine. And also, deer usually reminds us to be really gentle on you, okay? Like sometimes, like you're a real high-powered pro right now. You're really going after your dream. You're really excellent at marketing. You're excellent at so many things. I always you're one of the hardest workers I've come across in a really long time. So whatever you're doing, Jody, don't be hard on yourself, okay? Make sure you're getting the rest you need. Make sure you're being kind to yourself. I feel like you're going to be touched by a lot of kindnesses, so that could be something really beautiful right now, where you feel like your community is being very kind to you, and I think you're going to be really appreciating that. You're, of course, always getting messages for yourself, so it's showing me just keep paying attention, and if you weren't getting it, your spirits do a great job of putting it right in front of you, so you can't help but see it. So I feel like you're really going to notice how strong your spirits are for you, and I think that's just something any of us working this work really, it's always nice to know that. So yeah, you got your lineup of spirits they're really wanting you to know. We line things up for you. Boom, 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 boom. So if you're wondering what path to go on, they're like, oh, you're like, whoops, make sure she's not getting off her path. So don't feel bad if, gosh, that phrase, what is that phrase? Sometimes when a door slams shut, there's obviously a very good reason. Other ones will open up that you might not have known were there. So they're almost showing me that, when we think we're on a certain path, sometimes we come to, the fork in the road, which way are we going to go? And don't worry, Jody, I feel like your spirits are so darn good. It's almost like this, you wouldn't be able to get out of line. I just see it like, nope, we're so clear with her. She's not going off course. So right on. And you're a powerhouse, so keep being it. Keep being it. I think that's really good. And okay, so So I hope the audio was good. I hope everybody just heard that. Okay, Brianne, let's see. Okay, we want to go back 1 second. Where is that? Okay, so Karen, um, Karen Wilson, good question. Is a spirit animal always with you? Here's the thing. Well, yes and no. Like when I trained with the Aztecs, they would always look at our birth dates, okay, with day, month, and year to discern which animals truly were our spirit animals. So I would have to say yes, especially when you think of our Native Canadians here. Like they're also born into clans, right? They might be Otter Clan or Bear Clan, etc. So we can definitely come with helpers that are already instilled in us. But what I'm trying to remind people of is, animals are connected to the elements. Okay, when we think of spirit, we know what that means. It's our spirit. It's spirits on the other side, but it's spirit that kind of moves the wind. It controls the elements. So all animals, when September 11th hit, I was working with natives, and one of my dear native friends was over at Akwesasne, and he actually called me because he knew something was going to happen, and he said the most bizarre thing happened at Akwesasne. All of a sudden, he realized he couldn't even hear the birds. He couldn't hear any of the animals. There were no chipmunks. There were no squirrels. There were no animals, okay? They got the message from Spirit that shit was going down in New York faster than any one of us and faster than any psychic did because we were all taken off guard. I got it in my dreams. I got it in my dreams 10 days before, and it was a plane that hit my building on this angle in my dream. And it caused me to say, oh my God, this has really affected my house and my community. And trust me, it did. So, but be aware of that, right? Like, like you've seen, I saw September 11th, the morning of September 11th, a cat that I had only had for a month. She gave birth. I brought her in. She gave birth in my closet. And the morning of September 11th, she moved every single kitten out of the first floor bedroom in her mouth, all the way down. I had a rail car house. You had to go all the way through it, down the stairs, all the way through it. She did this boom to the end of the house, side, down the stairs, through the laundry room, and she had 5 of these kittens placed on top of one of those tall wooden director chairs. And I looked going, oh my God, like what's going on here? And I kept picking them up and putting them back in the closet. And then I had to go out, so I had to leave her with it. I came back. Where are the kittens? There they were in the basement, the most deep place she could find, yet on the highest point in that basement, in the room that was furthest away from everything. And I just thought, you know what? I can't interfere with this. I don't know what she's done this for, but I went back upstairs, turned on the TV, and watched the second plane go into the towers. So, that's how connected, to spirit animals are. We need to watch them very closely in the case of any further flooding. I've been warning people, Ontario is going to be flooding, not just from the rains. We're going to be flooding from Greenland, and it could be sooner than you think. We will get flash flooding here in Ontario. We've had it in the 60s. I think it was the 80s that came in. And, so just watch for that in the case that we start to really see these floodings. Watch what animals are doing. Watch what the birds are doing. Watch where they're going and go where they go. So, yeah, I feel like just to go back to that original question, we will certainly have spirit animals that come with us, but we are always meant to pay attention to them in current moment because any animal could be our spirit warning. Any animal could be our spirit helper, okay? So really, really, really be aware of that. And so just looking at that, Karen, let's see who your animal is too for this while. And, think of this, if I'm being led to do this, there's reason. Don't be afraid to call on a different type of spirit for help. right? And I'm going to tell you something, like what I've learned from natives, I'm telling you, wow, like there are ways to get rid of medicine that's been put on you just by pulling in a certain animal, okay, that can eat it, okay? You think you've ever had bad medicine put on you, if you ever think someone sent you something bad, we can all have bad days where we just shoot off some, whatever it is, right? You don't want it hitting you. So if you ever think you need poison taken off of you, it's hummingbird that will do that, okay? So the more you start to know about animals, if someone's put bad medicine on you, you can ask hummingbird to come in and literally eat it out of you. Believe me, they will. Okay. So just again, be aware of that. These animals truly have their own medicine, and we have this connectedness, right? And I don't know. I just like to remind people: utilize what's here. Don't ever feel you're just sitting here alone, going, "Gee, no." We have a resource around us at all time, in all levels of spirit, animal, and here's an interesting download I got the other day from the Palladians. Oh my Lord, talking about star helpers. Okay, so I don't know if anybody knows the Palladians, okay? The Palladians are from the Pleiades. And you can see the star system. It's spelled Pleides. So if anybody wants to look at this, and I got to give them a message that came through one of my clients up in Collingwood. And the cool thing, we were in Collingwood, and they were like, oh my God, talk about high vibration, because the room was full of Reiki masters. Like everywhere I turned, someone said, oh, I'm a Reiki master. So we were downloading all of this stuff from the Pleiades. And here's the thing. There are going to be a lot of floods. The earth is changing soon. We'll be led to where we need to be. No big deal. But here's the thing. We've got what we consider a global warming issue here on the planet. And this is what the Pleiades told me. And they wanted us to know this. Okay, first of all, they kind of wanted to joke, because if you don't know who the Pleiades are, they're the doctors of the universe who are responsible for elevating humans to the next kind of dimension, DNA activation, using gifts. We're healers. All of this is going to be sort of elevation of human soul thanks to the Pleiades. They're healers. Anytime I see them, they're in doctor's coats. They can, touch your heart and have it healed. They're the creatures that have a little longer fingers, like quite longer fingers, and they usually look like that kind of like, not the head, but they kind of look like humans, So anyway, the download from them was, we as humans they wanted us as humans to sort of stop using our arrogance in a way that we truly believe we've actually had the power to destroy the planet, as we're seeing with global warming, and we've wrecked Mother Earth and all these things that we've done. And there's reason that we would think that, because as humans, we've really had a crash and burn mentality. You have to realize, right? Like, we are kind of like, oh, let's just eat up all the resources and not put anything back. Okay, well, in one way, they're saying we still need to use this lesson that don't burn out all the resources. Why are you not thinking wisely with resources? We shouldn't be crash and burn, using all of this up and depleting the earth. We should have already been smarter. However, they're kind of going, use your arrogance if you want to believe you're really destroying the planet. Are you crazy? We wouldn't even give you the chance. So what they were showing me is the Palladians are going around the entire earth. Okay, here's Earth. They're going to be orbiting with their spaceships, honest to God. And I was seeing them using what we would only consider to be like laser healing on some level. And they are repairing everything from ozone to portals that shouldn't be open, fractures in the earth itself, in the structure, water balance, how it's meant to be. So they just kind of humorously wanted us to know, like, get over your arrogance that you're wrecking the planet. We wouldn't even give you that control. Think what you want. Crash and burn if you want. We will never let the earth go down. You're meant to learn your lessons on why do you ruin things that are meant to provide you with everything. So we've got our own karma on that as a race, okay? But they wanted me to stop thinking that we're even ruining the planet. They wouldn't even give us the chance. So, so who knows? So there's the star message of the week. But I do think it's very interesting to look at. Very interesting to look at. Okay, so Karen, I want to pick your animal, and then I can't believe it's almost 11. But that's what happens. You get on a little bit of a wind here, and okay, so Karen, let's see what's happening. Karen, I also feel you've got a father figure energy from the family around you that's really close to you. So I feel like you've got a really tender, it feels like grandfather, to be honest, who's around you, and do you have a daughter also, Karen? Because I feel like there's a grandfather energy, that's also taking responsibility for one of your daughters. I'm seeing braided hair, so just let me know did you have a daughter that used to really like to braid her hair? Okay, so, and the animal coming up for you, let's say for the next few months here, is the snake. Okay, next year is also the year of the snake, so look at snake medicine, how it's integrated into your life right now, and what snake is trying to teach is you are to transmute all poisons. You are being asked to shed the skin of your past and to honor every step in that progress and process of change. So let me know, Karen, if that actually makes sense for you. And yeah, just let me know if that makes sense. Let me see who's around here. And okay, so does anybody want to shoot me some? Hi, Dawn. Oh my God, Dawn, I haven't seen you in forever. Okay, Colette and Dawn, do you want to ask really quick questions? I'm going to sign off shortly. Okay, Brianne, I'm going to get to your animal. Let's see. Okay, Brianne, and then I'm going to get to the next couple of people. Okay, you had an unexpected job loss. Okay, well, you know what? If that was taken away from you, even if you weren't expecting it, oh, our spirits always know better, right? So even if you don't see the blessing in it right away, maybe sit before bedtime and ask your spirits to, if you haven't figured it out already, see if they can help you with why were you removed from it? Because usually spirits will just move us out of something where we've concluded either karma, we've concluded a time cycle, we've concluded a mission. We're just not needed anymore, or they're not needed for us anymore, and it's never meant to be. It shouldn't be a sad thing, right? You should always be happy if you're moving to a new lesson, because it would mean you've gone through it. You've gone through it and achieved something. Okay, so Brianne, let's just see where you're meant to be going right now with some animal guidance and who's speaking to you. Oh my gosh, I swear I see a parrot around here even before I look at what animals. So see if parrot will make any sense to you. Brianne, maybe look that up. Of course, parrots are interesting because they like to repeat what we say. They're highly intelligent for communication. So I would ask yourself, are you going through anything right now, Brianne, where you need to look at the way you are communicating? I hope you don't have to repeat yourself to people that you're helping over and over. Sometimes we're like, oh, I'm just repeating myself so many times with this person. So I feel like you're meant to have patience if people are wearing you out. So yeah, look at parrot, but sorry, where did that go? Oh, I see horse for you too. So watch for horse with respect to, horse reminds us to honor our own medicine. So if you've had changes, ask yourself what you think your medicine is of late. What do you feel your greater contribution could be through your own medicine? And be aware that you may have other talents that you might not have brought to the surface yet. Okay? And in a lot of ways, horse will remind us to own who we are becoming. So if you've had any other challenges, just be aware of that. Own who you are becoming. Honor who you are becoming. Own and honor is what I would say. Okay, so Dawn, I haven't seen you in a while, so let me just pick a couple of quick cards, and then my energy will have to be getting onto my big time, or not. Let's see. Okay, so Karen. Okay, so Dawn. Yeah, let me just get this. Okay, so Colette. Let me get to yours, and then Dawn. Okay, so I hope. Yes, and look that up on your own. Like, look up the animals that I brought tonight. Look them up on your own. Right? So, Colette, let me just see what's happening in your energy system here. And okay, so Colette, this is for you. Oh, a couple of things coming up. Okay, now don't laugh, Colette. Your spirit helper is Turkey. So what Turkey wants you to do is look at your past and let go of it. Give away the past. So look at anything that you feel that almost needs to just be dropped away. And Turkey is also a connection with generosity to the maximum. So, and there's nothing wrong with being generous. So just sort of watch how generosity is coming up. And I kind of feel like generosity in some way could be bringing you a lot of reward, a lot of like energies gained. So it almost makes me think that you might go through this phase where you're being extremely generous. You might not be asking for anything back. But what's really nice is you could be getting a lot back from people. Okay? So it feels like in a lot of ways when I'm seeing this that, you know, sometimes people are depleted through their own generosities, right? You can be so overly giving. In your case, I feel like you are being generous in the right way. And universe is sort of like sending some goodness back to you in appreciation that you were able to be generous. Okay, so I hope that is good, you guys. I'm going to do one more for Dawn. And then I think everyone else has checked out because it's bedtime. I'm always the night owl. Yep, probably an owl is one of my helpers today on the way. So, okay, Dawn, I'm sending us to Pillow Talk almost here. Okay, Dawn, let's see where you are at. Dawn, I have a feeling you're really taking care of other people lately. So I don't know if you've been taking care of someone really important to you, if that's a boyfriend or a father, but I feel like you're going to be helping one of your male contacts dramatically and very wonderfully. So, two animals came out for you. So let's see if they make sense to you. I see turtle as one of them, which is reminding you of your own connection, of course, to Mother Earth and asking her for blessings. Fertility is a theme here. And of course, if you're not expecting to have a baby, that would, of course, mean that, you know, watch how fertile you are with ideas. You could be very fertile with blessings finding you, because I feel like, you know, fertility and manifestation are coming your way. So just look at whether you're having brand new ideas. Do you want to take yourself up on these new ideas? You're going to be fertile with thoughts and go with it. I just feel like you're being given a lot of new ways to look through issues that you might be trying to solve. And manifestation is going to be really, really, really important. So, oh, I didn't know you guys were still on. It says no one's watching. So, okay. So, I know I'm going to wrap it up to bed, but Charlie, did I give you your animal? Okay, if you're still here, let's see what animal is for Charlie here, okay? Because I'm feeling a little lightheaded, so I know I'm going to have to stop flowing a little. But Charlie, let's see what animal is great for you. And thank you so much for your review, by the way, and all your kind comments. Very lovely to have connected. Okay, so you're another one that likes to take care of a lot of people, I feel, Charlie. I feel like you're always making sure other people are okay. So I think this card I'm seeing here, yeah, you've got deer helping you, and you've got weasel. So, okay, so weasel is sometimes like saying you're the detective. So if you are investigating anything, even if it's just for fun right now, your helper would definitely be weasel. Be the detective, honor what you find. The truth is out there. So search, you will find, seek, you will find. I feel like you're going to be aligned to truth when I'm reading that. So you will know it when you see it. You will know it when you feel it. And yeah, so be aware of that. And just a reminder again with deer. Deer always reminds us to be gentle on ourselves. Don't be hard on yourself. There's a lot of kindnesses that come with deer, so you could be the one bestowing the kindnesses, but I also surely hope that you are the one receiving the kindnesses, because, you know, anyone with a kind of heart, it's really nice when we are returning the favors, right? And I kind of feel you're sensitive to nature, so this could be a really good time for you to be reminded who your animals are. So yes, if it sounds like you, I think that's fabulous. So I'm going to wait till it strikes 11. Because I don't always do 2 hours, but what the heck, it went so quickly, right? So, okay, so yes, I don't know what everybody has planned for the week, but it feels like it was, wow, it feels like it spun, I don't know, it feels like it really spun me. I was a little overthrown by an accident last week, so I feel I'm kind of like, ooh, trying to get my kilter back aligned. So, okay, everyone, I appreciate that you tuned in and tuned up here. As usual, I wish everyone a very good evening and a great spirit. Trust your instincts over everyone. Listen to your inner voice before you listen to anyone. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful night. And I'll be back for next week. I love doing this. I hope it gives everybody just a little positive burst. And I hope my spirits are good at just, I don't know, sending some good energy your way so you don't feel you're alone, okay? So much love. Thank you for supporting. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Thanks for all the love. Thank you so much. Over and out.